it's time for us to go actually live. That's fair. I've been digging deep into the Ascension WoW stuff, so I've been, I'll say, kind of getting back into MMO stuff, but significantly less what's the word? Less intense, I guess is the best way to say it. Oh hell yeah. Love to see it. Ooh, big L. Hopefully you can get some stuff. Oh, nice. Hey, I mean, it's not terrible. That's, you know, it's one way to do it. Of course, it's going to be a pain for me to get back to the... There we go. Alright. Because I wanted to get back to the actual stream page and everything on YouTube so I could make sure that everything was streaming properly. But we'll give it a minute or two here since we did say that the stream would start at 7. So we'll give it until about 7:05 and then we'll start cracking packs. But while we wait for that, I'm gonna rip the side of these things open because I always have trouble with the new packaging. I don't know why. Like, they didn't change it that much, but it's enough that me having no fingernails definitely makes it impossible. No, I mean, I got a little a little baby knife that I'm gonna use, but I do like to try to not just have that lying around. That second one was actually quite easy to pop open, so we didn't need the knife for the second one. Ooh, sad. We'll try it with the other one. Because I noticed, which we can, I'll bitch and moan about the story later. Because, I mean, I've already voiced some of my gripes with it. But, like, oh wow. They made it so these were super glued in there. That's cool. But, they have an art on the inside of the pre-release kit of Elspeth holding her spear with Elish Norn in the in the reflection of the spear, which is kind of cool. But of course, since the thing is glued around it so tight, both of them just like straight tore without me putting pretty much any pressure on it. So yeah, the art looks really nice. Yeah. I mean, like, none of this shit's recyclable anymore, too, so, I mean... Actually, sorry, they've made some of it better recyclable, but, like, they still over-package everything. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish I could go live on TikTok as well. Like, I know that there's, like, a certain threshold that you have to be able to go live on there. But, like, I can't directly link my phone to the scheduled broadcast on YouTube. So I was like, oh, I'll just do it from my phone and have, like, the better direct, like, top-down view of this. But it didn't allow me to connect to the already scheduled thing, so I don't know what, you know, what way that would break it. But, like, I'm like, oh, maybe I could do my phone to stream it on TikTok, too, to get, like, engagement that way. But no, it's like, yeah, you don't even have this option. Probably you need, like, I don't know, maybe 1,000 people on TikTok to go live on there. I have no idea. But, like, big sad. Oh, you know what? I did just think of one other thing that I would like to see out of either of these before I start. Hizetsu and, Satoru or whatever. Or Kairi. Hizetsu and Kairi. That one was one that I was wanting. But, to get us started, I will pull out our promo. Pull it to the side there. We got the black and red spin down, which I think looks really nice, actually. I'll pull it back up because I did just kind of flash it. I like it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. But, alright. I feel lucky with this one to start off with. And then the rest I'll just do in whatever order they pull. And we punish the pack, so the pack gives us what we want. It's just how we do it. And I will say, thank you. Ooh. I actually didn't look at the back of any of the Phyrexian tokens yet. Like, I've just seen the incubator, like, little cocoon. I like the picture for the Phyrexian. Like, that's actually pretty sick. Like, conceptually, I like the incubator tokens, but at the same time, it's like, you need to have something to reduce that transformation cost, or a way to flip it for free. That's my opinion, you know? I think if I saw correctly, like, a majority of the incubator creators are in, like, white and black, and some in red and, like, green, and most of the, like, force flip stuff are, like, blue and green, because it's all the morph shit, you know? But, let's see what we get. So, we won't stay too long on any of the comments. I'm just making sure that it's not glaring too heavily there, which it is. Alright. No light is better than some light, it seems. We just gotta make it focus. There we go. So, Temporal Cleansing. I don't think it's a bad card since it's got Convoke. Owner of target non-land permanent puts it 2 from the top or on the bottom. I think that's pretty sick. And since you can do it to your own things, you can Miracle Cost, or yeah, Miracle Cost. You can kind of stack that in your favor and stuff. Blighted Burgeoning, 3-drop, enchant land, get an additional mana, and you incubate 2 when it enters. Not bad. 2 power for 3 mana on top of a mana enchantment. The Phyrexian Fox. I kind of wish you could abuse its ability a little bit easier, but, I mean, it is what it is for a common. Redcap Heel Slasher. 4-drop Goblin with backup 1, and if you back up something, it gets first strike until end of turn. For 4 mana, that's shit. That's my opinion, though. Goblins should always be low. Corrupted Conviction. It's another... Yeah, that's fair. but we got a different version of Village Rites. So that's kind of cool. Corrupted Conviction. Sack a creature, draw 2. Instant speed. Love to see it. Realmbreaker's Grasp. 1 and a white. It's just pacifism. It's just pacifism. You can just listen to the beautiful sound of my voice. It's fine. Fire. Yeah, you just deal damage. That's it. Phyrexian Archivist. We got another lovely thing for red-black Renzo. 6 mana for 2. Put target card from the bottom of from a graveyard to the bottom of the owner's library. Stormclaw Rager, Ogre Warrior for 3, uncommon. Sack another creature for 1, put a 1/1 counter on Rager and draw a card. Activate only as a sorcery. That's... I might actually have to put that in something. Because, like, I feel like in my... that might actually be exactly what Ball needs. He might just need that extra sacrifice and draw outlet. So I might have to think about that before tearing him apart. Kami of Whispered Hopes. 3-drop uncommon spirit. He is a 1/1 when... Oh, so Hardened Scales. So he's got the Hardened Scales line. Whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters would be put on a permanent, put that many +1 onto that permanent instead. It taps for X of any one color, where X is Kami of Whispered Hope's power. I like that. I think that's pretty nifty. Mana Dork, that also gives you Hardened Scales. Mono green. Hey, we actually needed this. Kenra Spellspear. It is the 1-drop red Trampler that is a 2/2 with prowess that you can pay 3 and a Phyrexian blue, so 3 colorless and 2 life, or 3 and 1 blue mana, to transform it into Gitaxian Spellstalker. Trample, Ward, Prowess, Prowess. I love him. I'm actually going to put that into Ovika, because I can copy him. Invasion of Mercadia. Oh, I love Ovika so much. I love dumbass ogre who makes a bunch of goblins. I love her. So Invasion of Mercadia. I'm actually going to put down the rest of the cards face down so I can read this since it's sideways. So, Invasion of Mercadia. 1 and a red. When it enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2. It has 4 siege counters, or whatever you call them. When it flips, it turns into Chiron Flamerite. It is a 3/3 that says, for 1 red and 2 colorless, tap and discarding a card. Create 2 1/1 blue-red elemental creature tokens. Creatures you control get +1/0 and haste until end of turn. It's not bad. And for it being essentially the same cost as Cathartic Reunion, for an effect that also gets you a haste enabler, I think that's pretty sick. Next card is Progenitor Exarch, white, X for a 1/2. When it enters the battlefield, incubate 3 X times. Oh, and it actually transforms incubators by tapping. Okay, that's exactly what I was talking about. That's sick. So white X, make that many 3/3s, and then you can tap him to flip things. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Easily. What do we get next? Yeah, there's 0/0s with 1/1 counters. We got the legend version of Finn the Fangbearer, which most people should know this. So Death Touch, creatures you control with Death Touch gain Poisonous 2. It really is. That's super sick. And a foil Thrashing Frontliner. When it attacks a battle specifically, it becomes a 3/3, and it's a 2-drop 2/2 with Trample. And a Bloodfell Caves. So that's pretty neat. I actually really like that Finn art. No, Bloodfell Caves. Sorry. I mean, I do also know that, like, if you're listening on the stream as well, I know the okay. I know that sometimes when, like, Wolf there would watch and listen at the same time as I was talking, he'd be like, hold up, I have to mute this because I'm hearing you twice and it's confusing me. Alright. Oh god, and they've got different arts for the incubator tokens, so this one's just like a blade dog. That's sick. I like that. It's just a dog with knife arms. Bark, bark, bitch. Alright, so let's see what we get. So we got Expedition Lookout. Common Defender 2/3 for 2. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, it can attack as though it doesn't have Defender, and it can't be blocked. Okay. Just a casual 2/3 unblockable if you are playing a mill deck. Love it. Oh yeah. Skittering Surveyor, 3-drop, 1/2 artifact creature. Enters the battlefield, you can search for a basic, reveal, put it into your hand. Simple as that. I do love this. I really, really love this. Because they came out with, I think, 2 per color of the specific land cycling. So we got Timberland Ancient, which is a 6-drop, 6/5 reach trampler, but it has 2 mana forest cycling. So go get a forest for 2 mana. I love that they brought that back. I think that's super nice for a lot of standard decks in general, as well as just in general to have more options for the cycling, because there's only like 12 total. So having more options, it'll always be good. Next, the Nezumi Informant, 1/1 for 2, black creature. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. Straightforward to the point, rat. Halo Hopper, 3/2 for 3, but it's Convoke, so you could potentially pay 0 for it. Love it. Nice and simple. Alabaster Host Intercessor? I think that's what that says. It stopped focusing on me. Yeah, Intercessor. 6-drop. When it enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls until he leaves the battlefield with plane cycling 2. He has a 3/4 for 6 that O-rings something. Could be better. I like this card a lot. Aww. That's rough. I mean, this one I like this card a lot, and it might make you feel a little bit better. A 2-drop instant, it's called Zulfrin Shapecraft. Target creature has base power 4/3 until end of turn. Draw a card. for 1 and a blue. I like it. Change the equation. 1 and a blue. Choose 1. Counter target spell with mana value 2 or less. Counter target red or green spell with mana value 6 or less. Mono blue. Why? What were you thinking? For it to counter a red thing? That's fair. I mean, you're not wrong. Phyrexian Gargantua, 4/4 for 6. You draw 2 cards, lose 2 life when it enters. Classic. Harried Artisan. So this is a 2/3 with haste for 3, with a transform cost of 3 and a white Phyrexian. So 3 and 2 life, or 3 and 1 white, and it flips into a Phyrexian Skyflayer, which is a 3/4 flying haste. I like him. And we're going to do exactly what we did last time. We're going to flip this deck. Yeah, the flip side. Yeah, that's it. Whoop. Yeah. I mean, it's... Well, it's red-white. Nah, it's red-white. And it's essentially a better, Sky Knight Legionnaire. Because it comes in as a 2/3 with haste, so immediately it's 1 bigger in the butt than Sky Knight. And then when it flips, it's bigger and has flying just like Sky Knight, so it's a, you know, a marginal upgrade. But the next invasion we get, the invasion of Lorwyn. We got some really pissed off elves for green, black, and 4. When Invasion of Lorwyn enters battlefield, destroy target non-elf and opponent controls with power X or less, where X is the number of lands you control. 5 siege points on that. Wait, it gets better. It gets better. When it flips, I fucked it up again. I'm not going to get used to the way that it flips. It turns into Winnowing Forces. It is a XX, where X is the amount of lands you control. It's an elf warrior. So it gets all of the elf lord effects on top of being as big as your lands. Yeah? Love it. Because green-black elves don't ramp out of control at all. Five. Yeah, no, that's... That thing is not staying for very long in green-black elves matchups. But, next card, our rare, we get New Winota. Jerun Hazaret, red, white 2. 5/4, human god. As long as you have 1 or fewer cards in hand, Jeru and Hazaret have vigilance and haste. Whenever Jeru and Hazaret attack, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may exile a legendary card from among them. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Until end of turn, you may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost. Love to see it. The set's given me plenty of stuff to work with if I wanted to build another deck. And our legend... Our legend's blue. I think it's Inga. It is. But she's not bad. I don't mind Inga, but I wish it was better. Enter the battlefield, scry 3. When she dies, draw 3. If 3 or more creatures died this turn, specifically. For a 4-drop 3/3, it's not bad, but it could have been better. And A foil pyretic prankster. 2-1 for 2 with a 3 and a black flip ability, which turns into when it dies, each opponent sacrifices an artifact or creature. 3/2 Phyrexian Devil. It is, I think, the actual worst out of the entire flip set, especially for like the commons too, because like there's some powerful commons for the flip to be, hey, you know all of those incubator tokens that you might be making, or treasure tokens, or XYZ tokens that are artifacts from the last set and a half? Yeah, no, all of those are capable of being sacrificed instead of a creature that's actually pointful. Like, if it was destroy, like, if it was specifically destroy target thing, it would be so much better. Like, sure, in a 4-player commander game, that's amazing. A, each opponent, so you get 3 for 1. 3 artifact and or creatures getting ripped off the board for a creature dying is pretty good. That's a bit better than a Dictate Erebos / Grave Pact, right? But, like, you could just do it better with Grave Pact or Dictate, or literally any card that says each opponent sacrifices specifically X or Y instead of X and or Y, you know? But our next pack, let's see some fire. Because so far it's not bad. We're 50-50. At least in my opinion, we're 50-50. Oh, I really hope that I get a serialized, because that would be sick. But let's hop right in. Tidal Terror. Oh, Star City Games posted that, like, somebody's poll of the 001, the number 1 of 500, Ragavan. So yeah, I don't even want to know what that specific Ragavan would go for. But anyways, the next one of the island land cycling, the Island Cycler, 6-drop, 5/6. When it attacks, you may tap 2 untapped creatures you control. If you do, the creature can't be blocked. It's a 6/6 or a 5/6 for 6. That's not terrible if you're already in a token strat, but for 2 mana, you can just go get an island instead. I think that's a little bit better at this point. Wary Thespian, 2-drop, 3/1. When it enters battlefield or dies, survey 1. I like it. That's good for self-mill strats. Tenured Oilcaster, 3 and a black, menace, 2/4. It gets 3/0 as long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. When it attacks or blocks, each player mills a card. That's really good for self-mill strategies, because that's each player. So yourself, all your opponents, etc. So that thing turns into a 5/4 real fucking fast. Next card. Hey, we got the boat. The Marauding Dreadship, 2 and a red, 4/1, enters the battlefield, incubate 2. And it has a crew of 2, and it is a 4/1 with haste, I should say. So, if you got 2 power out, you can come in real hot with a 4/1. But it's a 4/1, so, and no trample either. You would expect a Bolt Lightning to have Bolt Lightning stats, but whatever. We got Static Field, or Stasis Field, sorry. Stasis Field. 1 and a blue, enchant creature. Enchant creature is a 0/2 defender and loses all other abilities. Love to see it. I like it. So my thing with Imprison in the Moon versus that is Imprison turns it into a land. So you don't have the capability of, like, killing it as easily. Yeah. So, like, if I Imprison in the Moon your Brutaclad, just for an example, how easily can you destroy a land? Yeah. If I remember correctly, Imprisoned in the Moon is just, it becomes a colorless land. I don't think it's in addition to its other types, but I'll double check real quick. Enchant creature, land, or planeswalker. Enchanted permanent is a colorless land with tap, add colorless, and loses all other types and abilities. So yeah, no. Yeah, no. By all means, I love Stasis Field. I think that outright for I'll say strictly commander removal, Imprison is better, but Stasis Field definitely has a lot of good places. Imprison is blue. Oh, Darksteel Mutation. Yeah. That's a great card. In the... Okay. Sick. Next card is Core Halberd. 1/1 Vigilance for 1? Yeah, 1 white, equip 1. Gives your creature +1/+1 and Vigilance. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a common, dude. Oh, that's real correct. Oh, yeah. I need to pull this back up so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. Thrashing Frontliner. 1 and a red, 2/2 Trampler. We already saw this. This was our foil from the other pack. Gets +1/+1 if it is attacking a battle. We'll just keep moving with that. Hey, this... Ew, for 5, though. If it wasn't for 5, it would be good. 2/3 for 5 with backup 1. So, whenever this enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. That creature, if it targets another creature, it gains the below text. So, it would gain flying. That would be good if it wasn't 5 mana. Quite unfortunate. Fearless Scald. Another one. 5-drop. Backup 1. It's a 3/2. It gives double strike. That's it. Yes. Oh, yeah. But there are strictly better ones that are not 5 mana. Surge of Salvation, though. I really like this card. You and permanents you control gain hexproof until end of turn. Prevent all damage that black or red sources would deal to creatures you control this turn. For 1 white mana. That's an uncommon, dog. That's an uncommon, my dude. Yeah. 1 white. Oh, in a lot of situations. I think Blasphemous Act is, like, the most played removal spell that I've seen in, like, the last year and a half. Sucks. Better fork up that Toxic Deluge money now, boys. Damnation. Everything else gets around it. Yep, Meat Hook would get around it. But I mean, honestly, the main cards that I've seen recently have been specifically like Blasphemous Act or like Farewell. Those are the two main ones. Yeah, I think every deck does bad against that. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, that's awkward. Artifact lands. Yeah. Unfortunate. Well, wait, isn't it? I swear Vandal Blast, and I can't really look at it easily right now, but I swear Vandal Blast does say non-land artifact. I swore it said that. I could be wrong with that, but I thought. Um, let's hear that. Yeah, let's hear that first, because I'm actually really interested. Oh, yeah, no. Unfortunate. That's fair. Arkham, yeah. So, this next card, Captive Weird. It's a 1/3 defender with 3 and a red for its transform cost. Which, you're right, 3 and a Phyrexian red. And that turns into Completed Conjurer. When this creature transforms into Completed Conjurer, exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. For 4 mana, I don't think that it's worth it. Like, total of 4 mana, ignoring the 2 life or red. Like, you can do the impulse effect better for less mana. So that's slightly unfortunate. Yeah. But Prosper can't use that card because he's a loser and he's in red-black. Invasion of Amonkhet. 1 blue and a black. Focus, please. And it's only a 4 toughness invasion too. Oh god. When it enters the battlefield, each player mills 3, then each opponent discards a card, and you draw a card. And again, it's only got 4 toughness on it. And it turns into a 4/4 zombie, the Lazadep Convert, which you may have Lazadep Convert enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature card in a graveyard, except it's a 4/4 zombie. That's... yeah, that's pretty sick, actually. Oh, yeah, that's sick. No, that's super sick. Narfi, Scarab God. I mean, it does exactly what the Scarab God does. It just doesn't exile. So, I think that's really good. Hey, I'm going to make a copy of that thing in your yard, and then I'm going to use Scarab God to make a copy of that thing in your yard. But this time I'm exiling it. So, I get 2 of them, and you can't recur it. Suck my ass. Alright. Our rare. Tribute to the World Tree. I really like this card. I know I'm saying that a lot, but I really like this card. Trip green for enter the battlefield under your... whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card if its power is 3 or greater. Otherwise, put 2/1/1 counters on it. So the minimum power toughness you're gonna have is like a 3-3. Always. I love that. Yeah. So... Yeah. Yeah, that... No, you're right, you're right. I see what you're saying. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I might... I might have to put that into Squirrels and Snakes just for the buff effect, honestly. I wonder, can I... Okay, I think that's a border for one of the Ikoria ones. Who do you think it's gonna be? Oh, I was wrong. It's Dina. Soul Steeper. Green black, 1/3, sacrifice another creature. Dina gets XO, where X is the sacrifice creature's power. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Love it. And planes. Oh, and it's just a flip card token. Okay, alright. I saw the back of the card not being a token card, and I was like, I shouldn't. If this is an actual, like, list card or something, I shouldn't. But these are draft boosters, so they can't be list cards. Yep, I completely... Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just need to stock up on those because I have no... I cannot properly put into words how many times I'm like, oh, I don't have this token. And then I either forget to go and get that token, or I go to get that token and it either doesn't exist or the LGS is out of it. Hey man, if you find your niche, you just kind of stick with it sometimes, you know? Like, I try to not build only Grixis decks, but I've got 3 now. And if Satoru and Gorogoro was a little bit more cohesive as a deck, I might have built that one too, because it's neat. But I don't think it's cohesive enough to build. Hey, the zombie token for this set's actually kind of neat. Yeah, I actually really like that. Yeah, you're good. It looks like a an Innistrad zombie with like a Phyrexian's arm ripped off. I think that's super sick. All right. Oh, neat. Yeah, it's God, was that 2017? 2016? Mm-hmm. Halo Charge Scab. 5-drop, 4/4, enters battlefield. Each player mills 2. Then you may put an instant or sorcery or battle card from your graveyard on top of your library. I don't know, man. There's a couple, I feel like, at this point. Yeah, no, yeah, I see it. We got the Flaccid Rottentail. 1-drop. Hey, it's actually placid because it's a fungus. But so 1-drop, 1/1 Vigilance. You can it's a fungus rabbit. For 2 and a green, you can exile it from your graveyard, put 2/1/1 counters on target creature, activate only as a sorcery. Yeah. Drag Recycler, 2-drop, black, 2/2, tap, second artifact, each opponent loses 1, you gain 1. Not bad. It's kind of like the Witch's Cauldron, just a little bit worse. Uh-huh. You're right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. War Train Slasher. Menace. 4/3. Whenever War Train Slasher attacks a battle, double its power until... Okay, so it becomes an 8/3 with Menace if it attacks a battle? Alright. And it's a 4-drop? And it's a common? Love it. A Wolverine dinosaur. We got Stasis Field again. Yeah, Yeah. Stasis Field. Urn of the Godfire. 1-drop. 2 mana to add 1 mana of any color. Note, it doesn't say tap. So you just have to pay 2 into it to filter. You can pay 6 and tap, sacrificing the Urn of Godfire to destroy target creature or enchantment. That's abusable. That's super abusable. If you have any way to make a shitload of colorless mana, or infinite of 1 color, you can just filter it. That's actually pretty cool. That's also a common. You're right, but I'll rebuttal with... There's a lot of cards that make an inexorbitant amount of red mana specifically. In a red-blue deck, you might need some of that to turn into blue. Not saying that from experience at all. Alabaster Host Sanctifier. 2-drop, 2/2 lifelink cleric. That's it. There's nothing exciting about it. Vanquish the Weak. It's very ironic that Atraxa is on the card art for this. 2 and a black. Instant speed. Destroy target creature with power 3 or less. Ma'am, you got ratioed by a building. She got ratioed by the building. Yeah, it's on one of the card arts. Fearless Scald, we already went over this. The double strike backup. Glistening Deluge. All creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn. However, if the creature is green or white, it gets -3/-3 instead. A lot of shit, I think. Seal from Existence. I thought we had, I thought the next one was going to be our battle, so my bad. Seal from Existence. 3-drop, ward 3. It's 1 and double white. When it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until Seal from Existence leaves the battlefield. Not bad. It's a ring that does strictly better at protecting whatever you've taken away. Next one is our battle, which is Invasion of Asgold. Red, black, 4 loyalty battle here. When it enters the battlefield, target player sacks a creature or planeswalker and loses 1 life. Again, it's only 4 toughness or whatever, turns into the Ashen Reaper. It is a 2/1 menace. At the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on Ashen Reaper if a permanent was put into a graveyard from the battlefield this turn. That's kind of cool. I feel like some decks can abuse that, but a lot cannot. But our rare is going to be Italy! 5 and double red for a 7/7 trample. When it enters the battlefield, each player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. You may cast any number of spells from among them without paying their mana cost. 9 and a Phyrexian green to transform Italy. Activate this only as a sorcery. He turns into Italy, Primal Sickness. 11/11 trample indestructible. Whenever Italy deals combat damage to a player, they get that many poison counters. It's better than poison because you can stack. You can put Infect on him and have double poison. Actually, I think you would have to have Toxic on him ruling as a judge, because Infect, you take the damage in the form of poison counters. It's not in addition. So it would have to be Toxic on him, but still. Hey! We got SRAM as our Mystic Legendary thing. We all know SRAM. I think everybody knows what SRAM does at this point. I'm not gonna read SRAM. Fuck SRAM. And a Thornwood Falls for our land. Alright, 2 packs left. We start with an Iridescent Blade Master, 2/2 for 2 that you can pump for 4. So 3 and a green, you give it +2/+2 until end of turn. Not bad for a mana sink. Deadly Derision, 2 and 2 black. Destroy target creature or planeswalker, create a treasure token. I love it. Beamtown Beatstick. Hey, Zathrix. You might want this for Brutaclad. It's a common, a 1 red artifact equipment that for 2 mana you can equip. The creature gets +1/0 and menace, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player or battle, create a treasure token. It's free real estate. Moment of Truth, 1 and a blue. Sticky Fingers. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. There's so many cards that do treasure shit now. Moment of Truth. Right. Right. But so because of how Infect is ruled, you would take Infect instead of damage. So if Italy trampled over 3, with Infect, you would just take 3 Infect. He's dealing damage and you're taking that many poison counters. So he's essentially got Toxic X, where X is the amount of damage that he deals. So we can stack it with more Toxic, not with Infect. No. No. Because it's not dealt as damage. It's dealt as it's a replacement effect. Since it's a replacement effect, I'm almost certain that you can't, like, because the damage never hits your life total. Like, I don't know, I don't remember the exact, like, interaction with, like, Monarch, but for, like, life total changing, it doesn't affect your life total. And that's the caveat of Itali's toxic, or, poison. There we go. There we go. It extremely, scarily easy. Moment of truth. 1 in a blue. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 in your hand, 1 into your graveyard, 1 on the bottom. Not bad filtering. So, if I was to put something like that into a Vika, I would either put, one of the 2 impulses that they just printed, or explosive iteration. Because I don't necessarily have a lot of recursion, but I can play something from exile or, you know, stack my deck a correct way, etc. Cosmic Hunger. 1 in a green. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to another target creature, planeswalker, or battle. Hey, guess what? Elves don't even need to swing at their battle. They can just do this. Love it. Absolutely love it. Arachnoid Adaptation. 1 green. Give target creature +2/+2 reach and untap it. Love to see it. I wish Ishkanah got played more. I really do. I'm not gonna lie. She's neat. Cut short. I actually really like this card. 1 white, 2 colorless. With Convoke, destroy target planeswalker that was activated this turn, or tapped creature. I love that. Oh yeah. If it's not already in there. That feels oddly thick. Infected Defector. It is a 4/3 for 5. End of the bout, or when it dies, incubate 3. Not fantastic. Alright, first uncommon is Gift of Completion. Black and 1 for, oh, it's an enchantment. Sorry, I thought it was an aura. So, enchantment, end of the battlefield, incubate 3. Whenever a Phyrexian you control dies, survey a 1. Okay. Interesting. I don't think it's a terrible mechanic, but I feel like they could do it in a more... Yeah. Right. Furnace Reigns. Interesting. So this is just Pact of Aggression, etc., etc., whatever gain control effect, but untap, it gains haste, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or battle, create a treasure token. So, yoink, I'm gonna make money. Wicked Slumber. What's up? Yeah. Double stonks. Wicked Slumber. Instant speed with Convoke, blue and 3. Tap up to 2 creatures, put stun counters on either of them. then put a stun counter on either of them. So you could tap down 2 things and then make something not be able to untap for 2 turns. Or make both of them not able to untap the next turn. I like that. If you can proliferate those 2, like, have fun never untapping your shit. Tarkir Dune Shaper. It's a dog. For 4 and a green, you can transform it. It's a 1/2 on the front, but it turns into a 4/3 with trample, and it's a Phyrexian dog warrior. It's not a very friendly dog. It's not a very friendly dog. He might have been a friendly dog. Okay, so our rare, unless there's more rares behind this, because this is our battle slot or whatever. Invasion of Gobakhan. 1 and a white for a 3 toughness invasion. When it enters the battlefield, look at target opponent's hand. You may exile card from it for as long as that card remains exiled. Its owner may play it. A spell cast this way costs 2 more to cast. That seems awful. Flips over into Light Shield Array. Enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on each creature that attacked this turn. Sacrifice Light Shield Array. Creatures you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Okay, for 2 mana, that's actually pretty lit. That's actually really good. That's a little bit of control, and then also protection and essentially a constant source of 1/1 counters. That's really good. All right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So our mystical archive is Niv-Mizzet Reborn. 5-drop, 6/6. Enter the battlefield. Flip the top 10 for each color pair. Choose a card. That's exactly those color pairs from among them. And we got a mountain and a night token. It is. I don't like Niv-Mizzet. So, unfortunately, that's going in my sell pile. But, it's a cool art. Alright, Phyrexian token. And I will run through the commons that we've already gone through, since we should have seen most of them now. Classic Runetail, Recycler, Slasher, Halo Charge Scab. Ferlitid's Favor. I actually kind of like this card. I wish it was a little better. Like 1 mana less better. 4 mana. Target player searches their library for a basic land card, puts it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffles. Put 2 1/1 counters on up to 1 target artifact or creature. If it was 3, I would play it. Anybody would play this any day. But for 4, I don't know if this is going to see play. Urn of the Godfire, Alabaster Host. That's fair. Yeah, Isu kind of wants to be huge too, so that makes sense. Yep. Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, no, it doesn't. I didn't remember if I read that it came in tapped or untapped. And I was like, wait, if it doesn't come in tapped, that's actually amazing for 4 mana. But it comes in tapped. Unfortunate. Yeah. You're right. I was just like, wait, it could enter, trigger, and then you could pay it with that. Oh my god. Big brain. Yeah, it's Amulet of Vigor, and it's whenever a permanent would enter tapped, untap it. It's like last time I remember seeing its price, it was like $12. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. The reason it's as much as it was because it was a primetime staple. But next uncommon we've got. We didn't actually see this guy yet. White and blue for other knights you control get +1/+1. White and blue tap another target creature on a 2/2. So more Night Tribal support. Ravenous Sailback! 5-drop, 3/4. Enter the battlefield, choose one. Gains haste or destroy artifact or enchantment. Gift of Completion. We already read that bitch. And our flip card, which is Order of the Mirror. 1 and a blue. 2/1 Human Knight. 3 and a white Phyrexian to transform her into Order of the Alabaster Host. 3/3, whenever Order of the Alabaster Host becomes blocked by a creature, that creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Sorry to let you down. Oh, we got a battle. We got the Invasion of Kaldheim. Is that... Okay, it's just a rare. Sorry. Invasion of Kaldheim. 4 loyalty, 4-drop. Enter the battlefield, exile all cards from your hand, then draw that many cards. Until the end of your next turn, you may play cards exiled this way. That's pretty decent. Especially if you have 0 cards in hand. That as well. And its flip side, if I remember correctly, this thing's actually kind of fucking wild. Yeah. So, Pyre the World Tree. Discard a land card. Pyre the World Tree deals 2 damage to any target. Whenever you discard a land card, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. When you're already going to be putting it into a deck that wants to be playing shit from exile, like, your Nyali deck could reasonably abuse that. Alright. And our... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Our mystical archive is... Raph, the Weatherlight Stalwart. The shitty Raph. 1/3 for 2. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may tap 2 untapped creatures you control. If you do, draw a card. For 3 and double white, creatures you control get +1/+1 and vigilance until end of turn. Poo-poo doo-doo. And an island for our land. Yeah, that's pretty bad. And our promo for this pack. Oh, we get 2 promos? First promo is Galta and Maverin. 12/12, white, white, green, green, 3. Trample. Whenever you attack, Choose one. Create a tapped XX green dinosaur creature with trample, where X is the greatest power among other attacking creatures. Or create X 1/1s, where X is the number of creatures that are attacking. Sorry, other attacking creatures. And the next card is Slimefoot and Squee, which is a little bit hard for me to read through the camera. Slimefoot and Squee enters the battlefield or attacks. Create a 1/1 green sapperling creature token. 1 black, green, red. Sack a sapperling. Return Slimefoot and Squee and up to 1 other target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. Nice. Oh yeah. Easily. And we got our arena code. I think the first box was pretty decent. Like, I can't argue with that. I really can't. I'm going to shove these in that box for now. Alright. And we just have a pile of trash going on because I'm half throwing it into the trash can, half not throwing it into the trash can. So, perfectly balanced. We got a second of the black spin down. And do we get some hot pulls out of this? The world may never know. Abuse the pack. Rip it open. Hey, look at that. Atrax's Fall. Look at that big old girders going through a very important character. It's great. It's awesome. Great storytelling. 1 and a green. Destroy target artifact, battle, enchantment, or creature with flying. So that'll see as much play as, like, Plummet. Hey, we didn't see this card yet either. Etched Host Doombringer. 5-drop, 3/5. Enter the battlefield, choose 1. Target opponent loses 2, you gain 2. Or, choose target battle. If an opponent protects it, remove 3 defense counters from it. Otherwise, put 3 defense counters on it. It's pretty good. Yeah. Most of them are like 4 and 5 from what I've seen. But, like, that's not... Hey, I'm immediately gonna take half of those off, like, right now. Next card is Rowell's Reinforcement. 1 and a red. Create 2 1/1 blue and red elemental creature tokens, which they are, like, fire goats, and I love that. We do. But they're not goats, they're elementals! Assimilate Essence. 1 and a blue. If you would like to actually focus camera, thank you. Counter a spell, target creature or battle spell, sorry. Unless its controller pays 4. If they do, you incubate 2. So if they don't have the spell be countered, so if they pay the 4, you get a 2/2 incubate. If they do let it get countered, you get nothing. It's a win-win, pretty much. Next card. Oh my god, we're actually getting a lot of shit we didn't see. What the hell? Wildwood Escort. 5-drop, 3/3. Enter the battlefield. return target creature or battle card from your graveyard to your hand. If Wildwood Escort would die, exile it instead. That's shit. It's a 5-drop 3/3 with an E-Wit effect that is restricted, and you exile it if it dies? Awful. 0 out of 10. Shit card. I have half a mind to rip it. Skittering Surveyor, we went through this. Passing it. Arachnid Adaptation, we went through that. Skipping it. Alabaster Host Sanctifier, skipping it. Tiller of the Flesh. I don't think we saw this one yet. Whenever you cast a spell that targets one or more permanents, incubate 2 on a 2/4 for 4. That's pretty fucking gross. That's gross. Hey, I'm gonna play blue-white, blue-red, you know, white-red, whatever, heroic. So I'm targeting my shit all the time, so I'm just gonna constantly make 2/2s. Love it. Render inert. Hey. 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 Isn't this such a good card? Just casual. Flip target battle and then draw card. Just casually. 3. 2 and a black. Remove 5 up to 5 counters from target permanent. Draw card. So, kill a planeswalker. Kill a creature. Kill a battle. Yeah. Tangled Skyline. 5-drop. End of the battlefield, gain 5, incubate 5. Phyrexians gain reach. That's it. That's literally it. All of that for that. Captive Weird, we went over this bad boy already. And this is my third. This is my third Invasion of Ikoria. Green X with a toughness of 6. Enter the battlefield. Search your library and or graveyard for a non-human creature card with mana value X or less. Put it onto the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle. When it dies, it turns into an 8/8 that has reach. That says, for each non-human creature you control, you may have that creature assign its combat damage as though it weren't blocked. Love it. Love it. Alright. Token. That's actually kind of a sick Thopter token. I like that. But our... Okay. I don't know what I expected, but... Right? Tetsuko's not the worst, though. But it's not the best. But I can at least use it in something. And then a Swiftwater Cliffs for our land. Which nobody cares about the land. Oh, if I got Omnath, I might actually build Omnath. Like, just being realistic. I'll build 5-color Legends if I pull Omnath. Nah. I won't even play Joda. I will play True Legends, 5 colors, no Joda, no bullshit, Kenrith, nothing. Fuck them. Just, all will be one Phyrexian tribal. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll get there if we need to. Traumatic Revelation. We haven't seen this yet. Black and 1. Target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a creature or battle card from it. If you do, that player discards the card. If you don't, get a 3/3. It's Incubate 3, but still. Hanger Scrounger, 3-drop, 2/1, backup 1. See, this is what I'm talking about. If you put a 1/1 counter on another creature, that creature gets, whenever this creature becomes tapped, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. So not only do you get to make a creature 1 bigger, but you get to loot as you swing. Like, that's actual value. Where 5 mana for double strike or flying is ass. And that's uncommon, too. Those other ones were uncommons. Like, what the fuck? Disturbing Conversion. 1 in a blue, flash, enchantment aura. When it enters the battlefield, each player mills 2. Enchanted creature gets -X, -0, where X is the number of number of cards in its controller's graveyard. Not bad for turning something big off. Overgrown Pest. 3-drop, 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a land or double-faced card from among them. Put that card into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom in a random order. That could be good. That could be really good. Yeah, so land or battle specifically in this situation. You're right, but like in a sealed matter or at the moment, I guess. No, you wouldn't even put it in werewolves. Like, I don't know what scenario you would actually play that card. Yeah, okay. No, I could see that. I could see meld. Oh, yeah. New Titania. Yeah, no, that would probably work pretty well. Next card. Another common that we haven't seen, but it's actually super cool. Unseal the Necropolis. 2 in a black, each player mills 3. Then you return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. I like it. Especially for a common. Even this one is better. A 3-drop common, 2/2 with backup 1 that gives the thing vigilance. It's not hard to make good backup cards. They did it. But they made the uncommon ones unplayable. Trailblazing Historian. 1/3 human shaman with haste for 2. And you can tap him to give another creature haste until end of turn. We got a reprint of Kite Sail. +1/0 and flying for equip 2 on a 2-drop artifact. Easy peasy. We're running through this. Stoke the Flames. 2 and 2 red with Convoke. Stoke the Flames deals 4 damage to any target. Look at how easy it is to pop a battle. I'll wait. Streetwise Negotiator. 1 in a green with backup 1. A 0/2 that says, so put a 1/1 counter on another creature. And that creature gains, this creature assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Until end of turn. Herbology Instructor. Enter the battlefield, gain 3, 6, and a Phyrexian to transform Herbology Instructor. Activate only as a sorcery. He turns into the Malady Invoker. He is a 3/3. When this creature transforms into Malady Invoker, target creature an opponent controls gets -0, -X until end of turn, where X is Malady Invoker's power. Not bad. Alright. Last uncommon and our invasion. We have Invasion of Moog. 2 and a green and a white. When it enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control, and it's got 5 defense counters on it. When it flips, it turns into Bloomwilder Dryads. Ward 2, 3/3. At the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. That's not bad. Like, I kind of wish the sides were flipped, because then it would be more beneficial to flip it than to just potentially flicker the battle side over and over. But, like, I mean, a 3/3 with Ward 2 isn't too bad. But again, it's like, on your end step, you're putting the 1/1 counter on it instead of at the beginning of combat, like the Siege, or like Citadel Siege, I should say, since there are actually sieges now. But like it lacks impact, I think, for a flip card of like that initial impact of, hey, everything gets bigger. Okay, now it's a thing that can die a lot easier, but also only one target gets it now. A rare. Dusk Legion Duelist, 2/2 for 2 Vigilance. When one or more 1/1 counters are put on her, draw a card. It only activates once each turn. This will actually probably go into Inklings. Because that is one thing that deck struggles with, is draw power. But, I mean, Vampire Soldier, Vigilance, +1, like 1/1 counters, making you draw cards. I don't think you can go wrong in any of those wordings there. And our archive card. I'm gonna kind of... Jury, Master of the Review. Black-red, whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a 1/1 counter on him. When he dies, deals damage equal to its power to any target. Shit card, hate it. Jury should not have been reprinted. Change my mind. What? Which one's Sunstone? Oh yeah, that would be really good. That's fair. Sorry, I had to tear up that fucking ad. I'm so mad that they made it so much harder to get tokens because they're like, here's another ad for Magic Arena. Yeah. Yeah. They're becoming a scarcity because you keep printing your shit ads for your standard only software. But anyways, printing champion. Yeah. If it was a code, I would be completely like fine with that. Like even if it was just like alt art tokens on Arena or something, I would be so much better with that other than just say, "Hey, you should come play on Arena and spend money there as well." Like suck my ass. No. Printing champion, a 2/2 for 3 with flying. Enter the battlefield, make a 1/1 blue-red elemental. So you get 3 power for 3 mana. Not bad. Crystal Carapace. This is pretty amazing, actually. If I had a deck that this could easily slot into, I probably would. It is a 4-drop, cycle for 2, enchantment aura. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3 and ward 2 for 4 mana. I think that's pretty nuts. Since they're, like, not printing hexproof anymore, that's pretty nuts. You know? It's all been, like, hexproof from X or protection from X, not, like, true hexproof unless it's, like, ridiculous. Like, that, Ward... I like Ward because people don't know how to fucking read. That is the only reason I like Ward, because people on Arena don't read, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna cast this card. No, I'm not gonna pay the Ward cost. Oh, why'd my card get countered? Let me try and do that again. Oh, why'd my card get countered? Like, it's great. But yeah, like, that uncommon is, like, the first true hexproof that we've gotten in, like, 5 sets. Oh, wait, sorry. No, because, Tamiyo's and Tyvar's both gave hexproof, but they're mono green, and also one of them is an X spell. So, yeah. Flitting Gorilla. 2 and a black for a 2/2 flyer. When it dies, each player mills 2. When you then you may exile Flitting Gorilla. When you do, put target creature or battle card from your graveyard to the top of your library. It's not bad. Searing Barb. 3-drop, deal 2 damage to any target. If it's a creature, it can't block this turn. Then incubate 1. Ifara's Dispersal. This spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets an attacking creature. Bounce target creature to its owner's hand. Surveil 2. Furnace Host Charger. 5/5 for 6 with haste. Otherwise, it's got Mountain Cycling for 2. We got the Bola Slinger. He is a 4-drop 2/2 with backup of 1. Whenever this creature attacks, tap target artifact or creature an opponent controls. That's pretty decent. The Oculus Whelp. 4-drop, 3 and 1 blue, 3/2 Phyrexian Dragon. As long as you control a transform permanent as long as you control a transform permanent, Oculus Whelp has, when Oculus Whelp dies, draw a card. God, I feel like that could have been so much better. Like, hey, if you went through the effort of flipping something, maybe, you know, when it deals combat damage, draw a card, or something. Or even on enter the battlefield, you know? Because then they're not going to try and block this. They're just going to eat the 3 damage. Or try to exile it, you know? Like, that doesn't seem worth it at all, actually. Sculpted Perfection. White, black, 2. When it enters the battlefield, incubate 2. Phyrexians get +1/+1. Corruption of Tawashi. 4 and a blue. Enter the battlefield, incubate 4. Whenever a permanent you control transforms, or a permanent enters the battlefield under your control transformed, you may draw a card. Do this only once each turn. That is the only one of the cycle for the Phyrexian bullshit enchantments that's actually usable in more than one scenario. Usable for more than just Phyrexians. Next card is Furnace Reigns. We already went over that. Steal something, it makes treasures for you. And this is going to be our flip card before our battle, so I'll go ahead and just flip that down. We got the Bonded Herd Beast. 4 and a green for a 4/5, for 4 and a red Phyrexian. Transform this creature only as a sorcery. It transforms into a 7/5 with Menace. That's it. That's actually, like, that's worth it to me. I don't know. Okay, this one's actually pretty lit for the invasion sets. So 3 and double blue for Invasion of Arcavias. 7 defense counters. However, when it enters battlefield, search your library, graveyard, and or outside of the game for an instant or sorcery card and reveal it. Put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle. So obviously in Commander, we're going to be searching our graveyard or library. But, hey, I'm going to go search for something that deals X amount of damage to any target, so I can flip this thing immediately. Because when it flips, it turns into Invocation of the Founders. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand, you may copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. I don't see a universe where this isn't a amazing card in, like, any Spellslinger deck you put it into. And so that means that our next card is either a rare, if that was just our invasion slot, or it's going to be our archive card, which... Hey, it's our archive card, and it's Yarok the Desecrated. 3/5 Death Touch lifelink for 5. If a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, do it again. Love to see it. And a dismal backwater. I'm not against Yarok. I just wish people who built it didn't do degenerate bullshit. That's all I ask. See, even that would be okay. The last 4 times that I've played against the Yarok deck, they are playing the Rishodon cycle, which all of the Rishodon cards are, hey, each player has to sacrifice something unless they pay 2 mana. Do that twice. And the person playing Yarok just untapped, just did all this stuff. So they're going to play that. Everybody has to pay 4 mana or lose shit. And they go, okay, I pay it once, and then the second one I'll just sacrifice Rishodon. So, like, it's not even generating value, it's just making everybody else not play the game. Which, like, if you had Yarok and you, like... So, at least Portal and Maskerworm end the game. Portal, you target somebody, they have to sacrifice 3 things, that's 3 less blockers you can swing in. Even better. Like, both of those actually end the game. Yarok doing Rishodon on, like, turn 3 and just making people sacrifice their fucking lands, that's not value. That's just making people not play the game. Like, again, if you do Maskerworm and flicker him twice or something, and give everything neg 6 or neg 12, that's a shitload of life lost right there. Like, that is, in most scenarios, like, 30-some life lost. You're ending the game. You are finishing the game with a Maskerworm at that point. Like, I don't know. I might tool around with Yarok. We'll see what happens. We'll see what we pull in these last 2.25 pack. Karsus Depth Guard. 4/3 defender for 3. As long as its power is 5 or greater, it can attack as though it didn't have defender. Fine and dandy. Eye of Gataxius. 3-drop incubate. Oh, okay. 3-drop sorcery. Draw a card, incubate 3. That's pretty good. Seeds of Hope. I think this card's actually going to be like a $2 common, honestly. Like, even with this set probably getting open to Oblivion, this card does a lot. Green, 1-drop instant. Mill 2 cards. Put a permanent from among those back into your hand. Gain 2. For 1 mana. Consuming Aetherborn. 4-drop, 2/2, backup 1, lifelink. Aerial Boost. 1 and a white. Convoke. Target creature gets +2/+2 flying until end of turn. You're already dead, but Phyrexian flavored. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. Draw a card. Furnace Host Charger. Ebola Slinger. Stormclaw Rager. Kami of the Western Hopes. Alright, Pyretic Prankster going into Invasion of Urgothia. Which is a black and 4 for a 5 loyalty, or 5 defense points, whatever, battle. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to any other target. You gain 3. When it flips, it turns into a human wizard, actually. Grandmother Ravi Sangir. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a 1/1 counter on Grandmother Ravi Sangir, and you gain 1 life. She is a 3/3. Sangir is the surname of, like, all of the vampires on that plane. So why the fuck isn't she a vampire? Baron Sangir, vampire. Sangir, vampire, a vampire. Fail. F. Our rare is Deeproot Wayfinder. 1 and a green, 2/3. When it deals combat damage to a player or battle, surveil 1. When you do, then you may return a land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. That's amazing, I think. Hey, I'm gonna pitch this to the yard, immediately put it into play instead. Like, that's deck thinning. That's actually an amazing rare. And, this is gonna be Wrath or something. Yeah, it's only 2 mana. F. Oh, who starts with an F? I don't remember. Who is it? Oh! Firesong Sunspeaker. Okay. Red, white, 4, 4, 6. Red instant and sorcery spells you control have lifelink. Whenever a white instant or sorcery spell causes you to gain life, Firesong and Sunspeaker deals 3 damage to target creature or player. And a Windscarred Crag. I didn't know Firesong Sunspeaker was in the list of these. Whoops. That's on me. Omnath. You're gonna hold me to it. Serpent Blade Assailant. This is another amazing backup card. 3-drop for a 2/1 that gives something Death Touch. Or just makes itself bigger. God damn it. I'm mad. I wish those 5-drop ones were like backup 2 or anything that made them worth playing. Whatever. Final Flourish. 1 in a black, kicker, sack an artifact or creature. Target creature gets -2/-2. If a spell, if this spell was kicked, it gets -6/-6 instead. Very good. Shatter the Source. 5 and a red with Convoke. Choose 1. Either deal 6 damage to target creature, player, or... Sorry. Creature, planeswalker, or battle, or destroy target artifact. I bet you can guess what this is going to be used for. We got Negate. Oh yeah. Oh, this is... Okay. Alright. A 3/3 for 3 that gains indestructible as long as it attacked a battle this turn. This is War Historian. He is a 3/3 for 3 with Reach. Alright. That's a common, too. Knight of the New Coalition. It is a 2/2 for 4. Vigilance. When it enters battlefield, create a 2/2 white and blue knight creature with Vigilance. Easy peasy. Up, there's our Village Rights. Realmbreaker's Grasp. That's just the pacifism. Oh yeah, this guy. I saw this guy earlier when we were opening the set boosters. Red and a white for a 2/2 Vigilance creature, which says, whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a backup ability, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for that copy. This ability triggers only once each turn. Red-white goes burr. We get the Furnace Gremlin. 1 and a red for a 1/2 Gremlin. 1 and a red to give it fire breathing until end of turn. When it dies, incubate X where X is its power. Aether Blade Agent. Death Touch 1/1 for 2 for 4 and a Phyrexian blue. You can transform it, activating it only as a sorcery. It flips into the blue-black Gitaxian Mindstinger. Death Touch 3/3. Whenever Gitaxian Mindstinger deals combat damage to a player or battle, draw a card. Pretty lit, not gonna lie. Battle of Regatha. When Invasion of Regatha enters the battlefield, deal 4 damage to another target battle or opponent, and 1 damage to up to 1 creature. It is a 3-drop battle that has 5 defense counters, and it flips into Disciples of the Inferno. It is a 4/4 prowess human monk that says if a non-creature source you control would deal damage to a creature, battle, or opponent, it deals that much damage plus 2 instead. Oh yeah. No, you're right. That's right. Alright, so our rare is going to be... Hey, Fairy Mastermind. I actually wanted this for a couple of decks. 2/1 for 2, flash flying whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you draw a card. For 4 and a blue, or sorry, 3 and a blue, 4 total, each player draws a card. Next card is Furja, Judge of Valor, white, black, and 2, flying lifelink, 2/4. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. Could have been better. Plains and a warrior token. I mean, so far our pulls are still pretty fire, regardless of, like, our spellbook cards not being exactly what we want. But, like, I can't complain, you know? Big Man Z. How's your birthday going? Nice. That was on the front of a Goosebumps book. That was a Goosebumps book. Z. I got a Tully. So whenever you want to give me your address. It's okay, I won't dox you, it's fine. War Historian again, we can just skip right through. Flitting Gorilla. You came in just for the last pack and the kit promos, which you get 2, so that's pretty hot. All right. Volcanic Spite. We actually haven't seen this one yet. 2-drop. Deal 3 damage to target creature, planeswalker, or battle. You may put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. If you do, draw a card. So, a slightly better loot, but at the same time, a slightly worse loot. Because if you want to get rid of a card, you usually want to throw it into your yard to be able to cheat it in some way. But, I mean, that could be used really good in Grenzo. So that's cool. We got Protocol Knight, 4-drop, 3 and a blue, 3/4. When it enters the battlefield, tap creature, target creature an opponent controls, put a stun counter on that creature if you control another knight. The knight support is real. Enduring Bond Warden, a 0/1 for 1 with backup 1. Okay, so backup 1. The backup ability is when this creature dies, put its counters on target creature you control. I think that could be used in a couple of things. Aki Scrap Chomper, 1 red for a 1/1. You can pay 1 in a red, sack an artifact or land, draw a card. Sunder the Gateway. 1 and a white. Sorcery. Choose 1. Either destroy target non-token artifact or enchantment an opponent controls, then incubate 2, or incubate 2, then transform an incubator token you control. Hey, there we go. That's another card that's going to be really good. Halo Forger. 1 blue-black for a 3/1 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, you may pay X. When you do, you may cast target instant or sorcery card with mana value X from a graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into a graveyard, exile it instead. That card is pretty sick. Next card is Scornblade Berserker. It is a 0/1 with backup 1 for 1 black, but you can pay 1 black or 1 colorless and sacrifice this creature to draw a card. So that's an alright backup card. Tarkir Dune Shaper, we already went over this guy. It's a bad dog. And we get the Invasion of Kylem. Red, white, and 2 for a 5 defense battle. When Invasion of Kylem enters battlefield, up to 2 target creatures get +2 and 0 and gain vigilance and haste until end of turn. So it's Sunhome effect on enter for 2 creatures. When it flips, it turns into Valor's Reach Tag Team. Sorcery that says create 2 3/2 red and white creature tokens with Whenever this creature and at least one other creature token attack, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. That is for Nayali if I've seen a card at all. Zathrix. Holy shit. Hey, it makes me tokens, it gives things +2/0 and vigilance, and it says whenever a token creature attacks, they get bigger. Alright, so 4 cards left. I assume our last card is a land. Yep. So, our next card is another Fairy Mastermind. So we got 2 of them. Let's fucking go. And our Mystical Archive card. It's an uncommon. Oh, fuck. I think it's Valdek. I think I could tell just from the border. Yeah. That's cringe. And a foil Overgrown Pest. It's cringe because it's not a good Mystical Archive. It, like, of all of the options. I did. We also pulled Jeru and Hazaret. We pulled the Finn the Fangbearer and Inga Rune Eyes. Dina Soul Steeper. SRAM. Niv Mizzet. Slimefoot and Squee. These are just the Mystical Archive ones. I've pulled a total of 3 Invasions of Ikoria at this point. Tetsuo Umezawa, Fugitive. Jury, Master of the Review. Yarok the Desecrated. Firesong, Sunspeaker, Furja, Judge of Valor. And Veldek. Alright. And our last pack. Not even a pack. The promo pack. Let's get some... No Praetors. Nothing super cool. It is. But again, I've pulled 3 of them. Alright, our promo is... Invasion of Fiora. Okay, I can get behind that one. So, Invasion of Fiora, enter the battlefield. It is a 6-drop, so black, 4 with a 4 defense. It says, enter the battlefield, choose one or both, destroy all non-legendary creatures or all legendary creatures. Or both. So, for 6 mana, destroy all creatures. But then, when you kill this, and it flips, it's Marchesa, Resolute Monarch. It's a 3/6, Menace Death Touch. Whenever she attacks, remove all counters from up to 1 target permanent. Target permanent. Cough. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you haven't been dealt combat damage since your last turn, draw a card, lose a life. Yeah. So, yes. She can outright kill... Well, so she'd remove all of the counters off of a target permanent. Sagas go, if I have 0, I go to 1. But she can outright kill battles. Which is what I think you meant. So... Yeah, no. Sagas will go back to 0, which will go to 1 and actually progress itself. Which is quite unfortunate. Alright. No, it'll be on the next time that they would get a counter, but like for intents and purposes. But so our mystical archive is Gorogoro and Satoru. No. If it was, like, a little bit more cohesive, I would. Because it's a 3/4 for 3. Whenever one or more creatures you control that enter the battlefield this turn deal combat damage, make a 5/5 red dragon spirit token with flying. It's not super cohesive, even with it giving, like, being able to give everything haste. Like, I could shove him into dragons, because it's a dragon that enters, but at the same time, it's good. I don't know. Right. Well, it's whenever one or more creatures you control that enter the battlefield this turn deal combat damage to a player. So I think it doesn't matter how many players you deal damage to, or no, you can max out at 3. Sorry, to a player. So you can max out at 3. But I don't know if that's worth it. You know? Like, right, but I think the setup. I think my issue is the setup for it. But I think overall we did pretty well. I'm laying out what we got here. So we'll run over it real quick. I don't give a shit about fucking Veldic. Asshole. Ruining my slot that could have been something more interesting. Little asshole. Jury, Master of Review made me mad too, I'm not gonna lie. Tetsuko can at least be useful in some scenarios. That's the only reason I'm not mad about him. Dina's mid. Finn is actually an amazing art. And Ingarunai's is extremely mid. Yeah. Agar's sick. But, so, just looking at our rares and upwards here, we got 2 Fairy Masterminds, a Deeproot Wayfinder, Dusk Legion Duelist, a foil promo, Galta and Mavrin, Itali the Primal Conqueror, a Tribute to the World Tree, Progenitor Exarch, and Jeru and Hazaret for our rares. Our invasions, we got Invasion of Fiora as a foil promo, Invasion of Arcavios, Invasion of Ikoria, Invasion of Kaldheim, and Invasion of Gobakan. For our Mystical Archive rares and mythics, we got Gorogoro and Satoru, Firesong Sunspeaker, Yarg the Desecrated, Saram Senior Edificer, Niv Mizzet Reborn, and Slimefoot and Squee. I think we did pretty decent overall. I think, if nothing else, this gives me a little bit of screw around trade-in stuff that I can maybe just outright buy one of the Ragavans there, which is one of the things that I actually wanted. One of the what's his face? The other monkey dinosaur. That's another thing that I actually really wanted. Yeah, that's it. I actually had a small pull list, which I'm like, now that I'm looking at it, and just with how Marchesa and everything works, I don't know if I really care about doing any of the flip stuff, I'll say. or any of the invasions, particularly with her. Because I'm like, the invasions are whoever kills it gets the thing. So if I'm too slow, I don't know if I want to give somebody value like that. You know? But, from our pull list, we got 1, 2... was Invasion of Karsus a uncommon? I feel like I saw that, but I don't remember 100%. I'm double checking our pulls here. Regatha. Kylem. Oh, Mythic Spoiler, save me. Oh, it's thinking. Invasion of Karsus was a rare, unfortunate. So, we only got... 3 of the cards that we wanted. Oh, wait, no, 4. Because we got the red and Realm Breaker from our packs earlier. So, we're still missing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards from our pull list here. So, we could have done better. But, overall, I think we did really good. But, that's going to be it for tonight. We are going to be calling it here for stream. I'll probably stay around and screw around in our voice chat here afterwards. Just for a bit at least. We will be back on Monday with more Dota. So for all of you who are coming out and watching that, we do appreciate all the support. We appreciate everybody coming out and watching us open these packs here tonight. We'll be posting some extra little shorts here and there throughout the weekend since we are not streaming tomorrow due to our prior engagements. But again, we really appreciate everybody coming out and watching, hanging out with us here while we cracked these open and seeing some of the exciting stuff that we got tonight. So if you've got the time to come stop by during Monday's stream, we appreciate everybody who can come out. But otherwise, you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much again for stopping by. You can always use our discount code over at w.gg, the code being LICH in all capital letters. It is going to get you 10% off of your order, and they're our partner. They're a great help to our channel, and we can do a lot of the stuff that we do without them. So we appreciate everybody, and we will catch you all on Monday. Bye, everybody.